Greetings, everyone. This is I, Jah Bunny, the Rastafari International Ambassador, son of Mortimer Planner Brakome, and I'm here in the wings, listening, observing the mass confusion that each and everyone today is now carrying on under the name Rastafari. Now, I am going to say a few things, and I must tell you from now that it will ruffle some people feather, because I, Jah Bunny, I'm not going to speak for likes or for friendship. Rasta, I'm going to address Rasta as a movement. Now, the Rastafari movement was formed in the diaspora, namely Jamaica. Now, this movement was formed as a back to Africa movement. I want you to listen to me carefully now. The movement was formed as a back to Africa movement in the diaspora of Jamaica. It spread from Jamaica to the rest of the diaspora, meaning the Americas. In the original state of this movement, it had nothing to do with religion. Somehow, along the line, religion was forced on the movement. This is why you hear I keep burning church, burning Babylon, burning all these things, because this is how I was raised as a youth. And no one can get high to say otherwise, because this movement was built for one purpose and one purpose only: to take us back, whether you want to call it forward or what, back to Africa. This movement had nothing to do with Africa. No, if I lie, me I tell you, come tell me, come show me now. It never have nothing to do with Africa, because it's Africa who kick us out. So I build a movement to take us back to where we are from. Now, somehow, the Africans get involved with the movement. But which African get involved with the movement? For lacking a better word, the grassroots. So no African leaders, none, no get involved with the movement. When Haile Selassie come to Jamaica, him come and he made certain utterance. He didn't make it from a Rasta point of view. Rasta is who now interpreting what His Majesty say. But His Majesty never give no direction to the rest of Africa to deal with the movement. So the movement was always on its own. It moved on its own. independently. Now, take for example now, South Africa. South Africa have a population of Rasta. The last me year was over 4 million. That is more than the population of Jamaica where Rasta originate. So now, South Africa put itself in conflict. Not only South Africa, the rest of Africa put itself in conflict with Jamaica and Rasta. You see, when I talk them, we are on going down the feelings, you know. But there is nothing we have in common. Nothing. We have nothing in common. Every minute you stop and look, the African are called with slave baby. The African are called with all kind of derogatory name. Because they're not relating to us. They can't relate to us. The reason why they can't relate to us, Rastafari is a back to Africa movement. Its main tenet is repatriation. Now me hear this data keep talking about repatriation and compensation in Africa and all them. To me, stupidness. Why it is stupidness? It is not only stupidness. Me hear Prophet God talk. Me hear Aya Congo talk. Me hear I Molten talk. Me hear the whole of talk and appear stupidness on our talk. None of one make talk no make sense. You know what makes sense? The last speech that my old man did, him say, we need a new faculty of thinking. Why did he say that? The man explained, say, when the movement start, as a Back to Africa movement, it was about going forward to Africa. From that time till now, a whole heap of things change. So as things change, we have to reconstruct. We go back to the drawing board and look at things now in today light. Now, if you have 4 million Rasta in South Africa, them already there Zion, because Rasta say Africa is Zion. So them already there Zion. So what do we and them have in common? Is these Rasta in Africa, what are they doing to accommodate Rasta coming home to Africa? That is the question we're supposed to ask. What is Rasta in Africa? What are they doing to accommodate them brothers and sisters that want to come forward to Africa? So they can't do nothing. All they are doing now is mixing up the Bible, transferring Jesus into Haile Selassie, and confusing the issue. Now, it is time for us to stop, make it up as we go along, and look at the reality. The reality, as I, Jah Bunny, see it, this is just my reality, you know, so if you don't want to vex or not vex, but this is my reality. My reality is, this was originally a Back to Africa movement, and it has been hijacked now and turned into a church, and it turned into everything else outside of the Back to African agenda. Now, Bubba is confused because they are holding on to what Emmanuel have said, But 3/4 of the things that they saying Emmanuel said never happened. So this is the next problem. Rasta will not deal with the truth and the reality of the situation. Everybody knows says Emmanuel died 1970 at Bakawal. Everybody know that. But yet you have today people still carrying on this misinformation. So it just turned the thing into a joke. Now, when you look upon, this is the Asian Council of the Nyabingi. And the Asian Council of the Nyabingi want to dictate from a religious point of view how Rasta organize itself. That in itself is a problem. Because Rasta fundamentally is not a religion. It's not a church. So you just confuse the situation. No. I am just making my observation from listening to the different views that me hear, and these intellectual Rasta, them have sweet tongue, but them can't sweeten the Jah Bunny, cause me look and see where them are come with. I mean, Rasta Get, him ready and happily to sell us out because him is the brightest cat. I personally, Jah Bunny, pick up myself and I care about myself for Africa. And I never like what I say. I'm a left. So everybody have the right, if them can afford it, to take themselves back to Africa. And when them go and see the reality, them come back to which part them feel comfortable being. So now, this going around the corner, up the lane, down the lane, Nyabingi this, Nyabingi that, Nyabingi this, not taking us nowhere. And it's a reality, it's not taking us nowhere. All of this dogmatic views, all it does is separate us, push us away. Nothing gonna bring unity amongst us. There's nothing to bring unity amongst us. If you want to go back to Africa, you just go back to Africa. No government now pick it up on themselves and say, come home. I mean, Rasta now is like when I look for a savior. So everybody know I put the burden upon Abraham Shoal where him can't even speak English. As it stands today, AI take over everything Rasta do now. So Rasta big up in a AI. You know? So this is just my view. And if you don't want to kick me off because I speak my view, then so be it. But a time for to actually look on what the Rastafari movement is about and should be about, and stop confuse it with all these other religious dogma. Because that's what the problem is. We don't know if we're a revolutionary movement or we're a church. So until such time, you know, Jah Bunny in the wings still a watch and a listen, you know. And when I feel like me, just say what I feel like. Stand firm and tread on.
Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset.